I am me, and I will never, ever be another person. I don't want to be expert, I don't want to be nobody. I want to be Queen ACHALLA, and I want God to use me in my own capacity.
Today we are welcoming Queen ACHALLA. She's going to be sharing knowledge and giving us insight. The first question says, many young people want to become content creators, but they don't know how to begin. What is the first step to becoming a creator?
First things first, I want to say thank you for this opportunity, and I don't take it for granted. That's one. Then the first step to become a content creator, I'll say, is knowing your why. Why exactly do you want to become a content creator? What do you hope to achieve from becoming a content creator? Do you want to become a content creator because every other person is creating content, or because you have a future and a vision at hand or in sight that you hope to achieve? Is content creation going to help you to meet those goals and get to that particular place you want to get to? And then also, how do you begin? The first thing, the obvious thing, is to open your camera and start recording. But then what do you record? You can start recording with only what you have at hand or what you have in mind. Who are you exactly? Are you a dancer? Are you a singer? Are you somebody that is handy? Are you a craftsman? Do you have a business? Are you a lash tech? Anything you are, you can create content with whatever it is. So the question of how do I start? What are you? What are you doing? Why do you want to create content? And any phone you have, start with it. And that is your why. Thank you.
What mistakes should a beginner creator avoid, and how do one discover their niche without copying trends?
When it comes to a beginner content creator, I'll say that there are no mistakes. Just do whatever it is that comes to your head that is in alignment with your values. Make sure that you do those things, because it is in the process of making those videos or in the process of creating that you begin to grow, that you begin to get other ideas. But if you start saying, which mistakes should I avoid? What did you do that I'm not going to do? What if your own path is different from this other person's path? So do those things that are coming to your head, the way it is coming to your head. After you've done that, you post. With time, you will see your own correction by yourself. I cannot tell you this is a mistake you should avoid. No. Make your, in fact, I don't even think you make your mistake. I'll say grow from whatever it is that you're doing. So what's the second part of the question?
How can you know your niche and avoid copying trends?
This particular question is very interesting to me, because I feel like I'm somebody that I have to carve out my own niche, which was making furniture from tires and my whole dramatic hairstyle and everything. And I would say what bettered that was listening to the voice inside of me. And I know that we are all different. Something is telling you what to do. But then you go online, you see that, Purpose the dance, so she asked you, you want to go and start dancing. Are you a dancer? Sure? Like, what is that thing inside of you telling you to do? What are you seeing that other people are not seeing? And have this mindset of, you need to stand out. There's no joy in blending in. There's no way you will blend in and still stand out at the same time. There's no way you will blend in and you will be outstanding. I don't know how to explain this thing. But listen to that thing your head is telling you. If your head is telling you, put the camera in the ceiling and start preaching, you do it. I remember the day someone called us like, I want to make this one. I'm like, from tired. Early morning, 6 a.m., that was the first content I made that went viral with my 3 million views. Not the first content, but in that I really started creating content from small things, because I knew that my strength is craft. So I like to make use of this SWOT analysis, and I'm sure a lot of us know it. What is your strength, your weakness? What are the opportunities there for you, and what are the threats? Nothing concerns you with, will people buy it? You will make them to buy it. It is your consistency that will make them to buy it. And I've always known, what is my strength? My strength is my craft. I mean, the things that I think about by God's grace, I'm like, how did I even think about these things? And I'm like, imagine I now go and start dancing and leaving the thing that God had done to my head. To make no difference. So listen to that thing that is telling you, go and pick up the tire, go and hang your phone in the ceiling, and do it. You don't have to check, are people in the tire space? There's nobody there. You will be the first person to be there. There's always the first person. So that is the end. So I think the bone of contention in this question is without becoming too preachy. First things first, you have to do what it is that has been laid in your hands to do. And anything that you are is what you are going to reflect. But the pattern of content that you have to do is the gift, or when I say it's the mode you want to use to translate the message. But when people come close to you, they should see Jesus. Even in between the way you're doing your content, they find a way to say, I want to reach out. They should see Jesus. Like, there's no way that, then you come close to me for, even if it's one day, that you know you must get Jesus. So. But I think what I'm going to use to attract you or to bring you close is that the whole facade. I mean, like, I don't think this girl is really, no, I want somebody that's not going to judge. Yes, my dear, you're welcome. I'm not going to judge you. We're going to hear about Jesus. Like, it's that simple. So without you being, just do those things that have been placed in your hand to do. Like whatever it is that you want to create your content around. So that, but when people eventually draw near, they will see Jesus and you still preach to them because there's no way. But let it not be that, because most times when you come and say, I come in the name of the Lord, everybody will want to run away. They will just want to swipe up. But I saw a Forex video one day, or somebody sent me the link, and I loved the way the guy was talking. He was so eloquent and everything. I was like, yeah, this is it. And well, before we reached the end of the video, the guy was like, and I was telling you guys about you. You cannot run again. You must hear about Jesus. But if he had started the video with, oh, I come in the name of the Lord, in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, we want to talk about whatever, because he said to this guy, they talk, and so I'm calling for you. Swipe. Do you get? So do whatever it is that you have to do, but still, because of you are in Christ, reflect Jesus. Once they come close to you, they should be able to see. So I think that answers the question. Thank you so much. When it comes to coming up with posts consistently, like the emphasis is on consistently, first things first, you have to lock in. Once you lock in and say, I want to create content, you map out your goals. I'm going to post so and so time in a week. I want to achieve this. This is why I'm doing, this is why I'm doing that. And then you start with the first few ideas that have come to your head, like I already said. And once you start doing those ones, the way more ideas will be coming, like you'll be so overwhelmed. There was a video I put out like recently, and I was like, it's crazy how ideas don't come fully formed. Like people see most of all these chairs and feel like, oh, when I sat down I'll enjoy them, so the final form. No, I just knew, for instance, when I wanted to make a Lagos chair, like I want to make a chair that has a Lagos story. And I had some sketches, but those sketches kept on going from one form to another form to another form. I kept designing, redesigning. I was like, this is what I want. But if you keep on staying there and say, oh, let me wait till everything is perfect, no, nothing will come. But once you are done accomplishing one and you post, there's this kind of zeal. I don't know, maybe apart from those that do content that are not like crafty, but for me, the kind of content I create, there's this kind of joy that comes when I'm done and I see my work. That joy is what wants to make me to stand up again to do another one. Before you know it, another idea is coming. So what I have to say is that you have to lean into that still voice of yours, and you have to lock in. Like this word is the lock in, or you must lock in, so that you won't see yourself just scrolling on social media and copying people's content and pasting. I'm not saying there's anything bad with recreating people's content, but it makes you not to stand out, and it has this form of just making you, it will just give you a timeline. And when people say, okay, you're doing well, but the next few years, nothing like that. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So once you lock in and you listen to that voice and you start, don't wait till it's perfect. By the time you're done with this, I promise you will see another one. Before you're done with this, another idea will keep on coming to your head. Because why? You are in that atmosphere, you're in that stability, your mindset is set right already. Thank you very much.
And should they focus on one social media platform?
Okay. As regards the social media platform, we know that there are a lot. There's YouTube, there's Instagram, there's Facebook, there's TikTok, and all of that. What me I would like to say that try all of them out. You can open accounts for all of them. But the more you keep posting on each of these platforms, the more you keep engaging, you will see the one that draws you, like the one that you actually love posting on. Who is Twitter? Like there's no particular goal that say, oh, if you're famous on Twitter or if you do well on Twitter, you know, just anyone you feel comfortable with over time. One thing I've come to realize is that this whole thing has sections. Most people that are quite young, they prefer TikTok. Some people that are like up on age a little, they prefer Instagram. Our mothers, they prefer Facebook. Some people that just like to be on their system, they prefer YouTube. So just find the one that actually works for you. But try all of them out. Anyone your spirit feels consistent with, then you go with that one. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Not because of, oh, they know they're starting, but because when they go online, they will not say, this thing I'm just starting out to do, and that person is doing it, and that person is blowing up, and that person is going for already, and then they start finding this, they start seeing themselves, comparing themselves to the next person, not even knowing the years it took that person to move from point A to point B, and not even knowing how much effort and understanding that they are different from this person. Anytime I'm watching people's content, I'm like, oh my God, this person is doing great. One woman told me something, was like, your friends are not happy for you, this and that. I said, she does not believe that anybody is happy. I said, I don't believe that. Because the way I am genuinely happy for my friends, like from the depth of my heart, and I want all of us to do it. Do you know why? Because I've come to
understanding that I am me and I will never ever be another person. There was a Congolese proverb I saw one and they said, a wood can remain in a river for years and it will never become a crocodile. And I've come to that understanding. Most times people will be like, oh, I want to be Esther, but I don't want to be Esther, I don't want to be nobody, I want to be Queen ACHALLA, and I want God to use me in my own capacity. Yes! Esther was not Sarah, Sarah was not Deborah was not Abigail was not Mary was not Mary. So why do I think to this person? And the funny part is that when I look at all of these people's individualistic story, I'm like, oh my God, there is no relation. Like they're all different. See how God used Deborah, see how God used Sarah. And okay, see the way Joseph had to wait for years before he became the prime. See how David was anointed at 8 and he became a king at 10. And I'm like, no, my story is different. And I want everybody, once you're so convinced that way, anything you post or anyhow you see, you know that there's so way away. Your own vision is unique to you. And it will give you that encouragement that I don't need your own opinion to make me feel good about myself, because I know who I am in Christ. I know that the word of God says the path of the just is like a shining light that shines brighter and brighter. I will take away. And every day I'm going to keep shining. I don't know who it is that is talking about. Only believing. See, the world is moving at a very fast pace. Like, if you're not following it up the way it is moving in terms of, just like the way she asked now, how important is it for Christians to be in that space? I want to believe that those people that post naked pictures are not here. They cannot be here. I don't want to believe that. But now it is very important. Like, it's more like saying that, oh, there are some people that will not make it in life. Yes, but you have to keep trying. Except you don't enjoy your process. And except when you're seeing yourself in your future and you check the social media things and you think that this social media will not help me to achieve where I want to go to. Because now the truth is that success means different things to different people. Like me, social media is very paramount for me. Not just because of, oh, I'm not desperate for anything online, because I know that in the year 21, 26, none of us will be here. All of us will be dead. And the only person's name will still be hearing is Jesus Christ. But I was sent here for a reason, and I begin to understand that these are the steps that I'm walking. But you may not now say that, oh, I've tried it, or it did not work for me, or maybe it's not really my thing. And I'm seeing a vision in my head when I'm signing deals, and I'm seeing myself in private jet, and I'm seeing myself working with brands. So because you tried it for a year and it did not work, and I say, it's not my thing, let me go and post naked picture. But I don't know what to say to you. That means you don't even have Christ in you in the first place. If where you are going to, and you check, is social media going to help me achieve this in my business, in the vision I see in my head? If yes, try it. Try it for 10 minutes. Try it all your life till it works out. Except you've checked yourself and see that, social media is not going to help me. Then you leave it that way. But as long as you check and say, this space is good, be there, be there. That's all. Just have to be there. You just have to be there. When I was in secondary school, that was about waste to wealth. And then I was gathering pure nylons because I had this vision. I wanted to make a bag from pure nylon. We did that as a project. Then I made a dress from pure nylon, and I was like, oh, this is a raincoat because it cannot be used. And then on one Saturday morning, I saw like dump of scraps in my school. I was like, I'm going to go and pick up this. And later on, I realized that those things were fine that we were using for POP. I said, I'm going to use it to make a bag. And I went there. Then we were still in the Enugu state. And people that pack trash in Enugu state, they call them ex-former. My siblings, my mother, everybody, when they say God was ex-former engineer, they say Meshara, because we stayed in Kano, like, now Meshara, you don't be perfect. Well, it's crazy how those same things are, because it was in my head. Everybody see what and they move on. People see, and I'm like, God, why am I seeing this thing and I'm seeing something different? And I was telling them, I'm not going to overlook those things, though. Like I was doing to the end, let me see whether it actually makes sense. And it's so crazy that from one step to another, until it got to the point where I started working with tags, and I'm like, imagine now, it's now something that people are saying, oh, it's making sense. But imagine if I let people talk me out, say, oh, it's not for you. What are you packing dirty up and down? You need to stay in that thing that God is giving you because you are different. I don't know how to overemphasize on that. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.